This is the plaintiff, Elena Tarnia. She says she parked her car on the street and it got hit by the defendant's car at 5 in the morning. The defendant's claiming her car was stolen, but she believes the defendant was driving the car, is responsible for the damage to her car, and is concocting this bogus story to cover up her irresponsible actions. She's suing for $5,000, the cost of her totaled car. This is the defendant, Lacey. She says her car was in fact stolen and evidently involved in an accident with the plaintiff's car. She's very sorry the plaintiff's car got damaged, but she wasn't anywhere near the car. She's tried to explain this to the stubborn woman, but she still insists on coming after her. So here they are. Let's get it on. She's accused of smashing and dashing.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff parked her car and claims the defendant smashed it at 5 a.m. But the defendant says her car was stolen, so it's not her fault. It's the case of I'm smashed thanks to you.
Thank you, Douglas. Elena Tarnia, you are suing, you've asked us to refer to you only as Lacey? Okay, for $5,000 for a car accident that you say was her fault. Tell me what happened.
I live in Far Rockaway, and I went to my son.
I live in Far Rockaway.
Yes.
Okay.
And I went to Astoria to my son after megastorm because he didn't have electricity.
You mean after Hurricane Sandy?
Yes. I left my car there because I couldn't know how is the problem with the parking because there was a lot of flooding in Far Rockaway. And then on 16 November, my son called me in the morning at 8 o'clock and told me, Mama, your car is completely destroyed.
Did he say how it was destroyed?
Yes.
What was wrong with it?
Another car, a Ford, struck the car in front of me and my car. The other car in front of me, Honda, was completely destroyed. And the Ford went on the sidewalk and crushed the pole on the street, on the other side of the street. Yes.
And how did you know all this? Did your son hear the accident?
He heard a noise, but he didn't know because in this intersection happens a lot of accidents, you know.
So he didn't walk out until the morning and then he sees...
No. When he saw the accident, he called me. Then we went to the police in Astoria and they got the police report.
Okay, can I see the police report?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so according to the police report, the Ford hits your car and the car in front of you, and the driver of the Ford leaves the scene of the accident and leaves the car behind.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. All right, so then by the time you get there, the Ford is gone.
Was gone and the Honda was gone because we were completely destroyed.
Okay, what year car was this?
1992.
1992?
Yes.
BMW?
Yes.
What kind?
525.
525. Okay, got it. 525. Okay. And how do you come up with $5,000 as the Blue Book value of that car?
The value of my car, I appreciate $2,500. And the stress that I got from this accident is more than $5,000, but I couldn't ask more than $5,000.
Okay, so you understand that the Blue Book value of your car is not $5,000, right?
No, no.
You know that, because the Blue Book doesn't even go that far back.
Yes.
All right, what happened here?
My car was stolen.
When was your car stolen?
I parked my car on the 15th. I live in Jamaica.
15th of what?
November 15.
Okay.
I came out November 16 on my way to work around 4. My car was not there.
Okay.
I had my car parked on a neighborhood driveway.
What's a neighborhood driveway mean?
It's just a driveway in my neighborhood, and since I had an expedition, it's hard for me to find parking. It's a very big car. Yeah, it's a very big car.
Okay, so you were parking in somebody else's private parking lot?
It was exceeding the limit of it. Like my car, the whole body of it was in the proper place, but some of it was still in the driveway.
Okay.
Okay. So I came.
But that's not a community parking lot?
No.
It belongs to an apartment building you don't live in? Whose driveway do you park in?
I didn't park in the driveway. I was blocking half of it. I was blocking half of somebody's.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. The first time you
somebody's.
snootily explained that. Why are you blocking half of a driveway with an expedition?
Because it wouldn't be a problem.
Because it's hard for you because you couldn't find a parking space.
It wouldn't be a problem unless I moved it before 5 p.m. That's when the person that lives there comes back from work.
Does the person who lives there know that you do that?
She's seen me. Yes.
So the defendant's saying that the car was stolen, but it really wasn't stolen. Is this suspicious to you that it was actually towed because she was parked illegally?
Yes, it's suspicious.
Does that ruin her credibility?
Oh, yes, definitely. She's definitely lying.
I mean, when somebody starts lying about something this important?
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, you lie about it. You were either towed or it was stolen, but it was towed, so.
And it's a relevant fact.
Exactly.
There you go, going inside the courtroom.
She has seen you and complained to you, what the hell are you doing parking in my driveway?
I asked her. I was like, would it be a problem? She's like, no, because unless it's
So
not
why'd you say
blocked by
she's
5.
seen me instead of saying she gave me permission, which would be...
Because it's not really permission. It's just be sure that you move it by this time and we wouldn't have an issue.
So when you go out, it's not there and what happens?
I call, I place a call to 911. They come to the scenery and they tell me that
you
they
chewing
can't
gum?
find. Yes, I am.
Okay, swallow it.
Really?
Well, either that or spit it out. Would you like me to send a garbage can your way so that you can show a modicum of respect for the courtroom?
Thank you.
Kind of like school.
Sorry.
again, huh?
I know.
So you call 911
Yes.
and do you file a stolen car police report?
I attempted to, but they told me that it was too early to file a complaint because they were saying that it probably was picked up because it was improperly parked.
So then what happens?
They told me I had to wait. So I went back home. On Saturday, I recalled them again. So they said that my car has been picked up by the sheriff's department.
Who
And my
said
plates
that?
came up. The cops have responded to my call.
And then what?
They're saying that they have it, that everything is okay because I had two
Everything's
pending
okay?
tickets.
They have your car. Why would
Yeah,
everything
that
be
the towing
okay?
company has my car because I illegally parked it and I had two pending tickets. So the guy that I spoke to at the front, he was like, no, it was a misunderstanding. The marshals had it. So then they gave me the information, the phone numbers and everything. I actually called them on my time off, like the next day.
Why didn't you just call them right there while you had the cops in front of you?
Because it was late and it was closed. It opened up on Monday.
See, this is important. Do you know why this is important? Because she thinks, what is it you think, ma'am?
I called the company of insurance. She thought that she's not involved in an accident because
she told her insurance company that she wasn't involved in an accident.
yes, and
Right?
for that reason,
She wasn't driving.
and for that reason they don't pay me anything.
So now the insurance doesn't cover you, and she's saying to me, well, Judge, I wasn't driving it, so I'm not going to cover it either. You can't, she's just going to have to eat her damages. Now, what I got to make sure of, okay, as a judge is what?
That the car was actually stolen.
That's right. And so you don't want your insurance to come up. You don't want to pay for her car. So what's the easiest way to do that? To say your car was stolen.
Well, not in this case. I'm just saying the truth.
Really? Because you know what I find suspicious? There's no stolen car report until you find out about the accident, which is substantially later.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I
See,
noticed it.
I don't know. Maybe call me crazy, but if I walked out and my car wasn't there, I'd assume that my car was stolen and there
what I
would be a
told him.
stolen car report. According to you, not only do the police continue to refuse to issue a stolen car report, but they tell you it's with the marshals, it's with the sheriffs, it's this, it's that. And then, as it turns out, was it ever with the marshals or the sheriffs?
No, it wasn't.
No, right? Because according to you, your version of this is that some mystery man or woman was driving your car and crashed it and left it at the scene. Probably not the marshals or the sheriffs, right? Which would mean that the marshals or the sheriffs never had your car, which would mean that you're making up this whole thing about the sheriffs telling you that they had your car, or the marshals telling you that the sheriffs had your car, or the cops telling you that the marshals had your car. Because as it turns out, a civilian has your car and crashed it. And you know who that civilian is? You.
Okay. But no, that's not the case in this term. It's not. I wasn't driving.
I have
the vehicle.
never been sure of anything.
I did the right thing. As soon as I didn't see my car there,
Then show
I
me
filed for
one
the report.
stitch of proof. Let me give
I
you,
don't know,
let me
what
go
can I
through
show
the
you
laundry
for?
list of all the stitches of proof you can give me. You'd show me your phone records where you really called the police that day to report it stolen. You'd show me paperwork from the marshal or the sheriff that they took your car. You would have a stolen police report. You are saying this because you don't want your insurance to be canceled and because you want her to eat it. And you know what? It's kind of crappy. It makes you a kind of crappy human. You know that?
If it was me driving.
Yeah,
it,
you know
I
what?
believe
Pay the
so.
lady $2,500 verdict for the plaintiff, which is a blue book value of your car.
Well, coming out on the losing end of this case is the defendant right here. What's your reaction?
What can I say? It happened.
You're standing in front of the judge. She sees right through your story. It doesn't hold together.
It's not saying throw me. She ain't like, let me explain much of it. I know what occurred and that's what it is, but I guess.
All right, head right down this way around the corner. So come on in here.
Yeah.
All right, so how are you feeling coming out of the courtroom on this end?
Decision of the,
You happy?
yes, because
Turn this way.
I recover my
Yeah, go on.
what I asked for my car that was completely destroyed.
Okay.
Thank
What are
you
you going to
very-
do with the money? You going to get another car? Or-
I want to get another because I junked this.
All right. Harvey?
I couldn't repair this.
You know, there's no smoking gun here, but there is plenty of circumstantial evidence, and that's enough to prove that the defendant seems to be a liar. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.